You ever meet someone, and just know your life will never be the same? Yeah, me neither. Not until that night. My name is Lilychin. I'm nobody special. I work the graveyard shift at a 24-hour diner on the edge of Philadelphia. The kind of place where truckers stop for coffee, and people running from something come to hide. It was 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. The diner was empty except for one old man who'd been nursing the same cup of coffee for 3 hours. That's when he walked in. Tall, maybe 6'3". Dark hair that looked like he'd been running his hands through it for hours. His suit was expensive, I could tell even from across the room, but it was torn at the shoulder. His white shirt had blood on it. Not a little blood. A lot of blood. He stood in the doorway for a second, scanning the room like he was checking for exits. Or threats. His eyes landed on me. Dark. Cold. Empty. I should have been scared. I was scared. But something else happened too. Something I still don't understand. I grabbed a menu and walked over. Sit anywhere, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. He didn't move. Just kept staring at me. You alone? He asked. His voice was low. Rough. Like he hadn't spoken in days. Just me and Earl, I said, nodding toward the old man in the corner. The stranger looked at Earl. Then back at me. Good, he said. He sat down in the booth farthest from the door. His back to the wall. Eyes on the entrance. I walked over with a glass of water. Up close, I could see more. The blood wasn't his. His knuckles were bruised and split. There was a cut above his eyebrow that had stopped bleeding but needed stitches. You need a hospital, I said quietly. No. You need. I need food. His eyes met mine again. And for just a second, I saw something underneath all that ice. Exhaustion. Pain. Desperation. Okay, I whispered. What do you want? Whatever's hot. I brought him meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans. The Tuesday special. He didn't say thank you. Didn't even look up. Just ate like he hadn't seen food in a week. I refilled his water 3 times. He never asked for it. When he finished, he pushed the plate away and leaned back against the booth. His eyes closed for just a moment. That's when I saw it. The gun. Tucked into his waistband, half hidden by his jacket. My breath caught. He opened his eyes. Saw me staring. You scared? He asked. I should have lied. Should have said no. But I didn't. Yeah, I admitted. He nodded slowly. Like that was the right answer. Smart girl. He stood up. Pulled out a wallet. Dropped $200 bills on the table. Meal was $12, I said. I know. He started walking toward the door. Wait. The word slipped out before I could stop it. He stopped. Turned. Are you okay? I asked. Stupid question. Obviously he wasn't okay. But he looked at me like I'd just asked him something in a foreign language. Like the question didn't make sense. Why do you care? He asked. I didn't have an answer. He stared at me for 5 more seconds. Then he left. The bell above the door chimed. And he was gone. I stood there, holding $200 bills, my hands shaking. Earl looked up from his coffee. You know who that was? He asked. No. Good. Keep it that way. I should have listened to Earl. But 3 nights later, he came back. I was wiping down tables when the bell chimed. I looked up, and there he was. Same suit. Different shirt. No blood this time, but the same cold, watchful eyes. He walked straight to the same booth. Sat down. Didn't look at the menu. I grabbed the coffee pot and walked over. You came back, I said. I did. Why? He looked at me. Really looked at me. You didn't call the police, he said. It wasn't a question. No, I said quietly. I didn't. Why not? Good question. I'd thought about it every night since. Thought about the blood. The gun. The danger sitting 3 feet away from me. I don't know, I admitted. That seemed to satisfy him. Meatloaf again? I asked. Yeah. I brought him the same meal. He ate slower this time. Like he wasn't starving. Like he was just here. When I refilled his coffee, he spoke. What's your name? Lily. Lily, he repeated. Testing it. I don't want to know, I interrupted. He raised an eyebrow. If I don't know your name, I can't tell anyone, I explained. Smart. Or stupid. I still don't know. He studied me for a long moment. You're different, he said finally. Different how? Most people want something. Money. Power. A way out. He paused. You just fed me. You looked hungry. I was. Silence settled between us. Not uncomfortable. Just heavy. You in trouble? I asked quietly. Always. Is someone looking for you? Probably. Will they find you? His jaw tightened. If they do, they won't leave alive. The words should have terrified me. They did terrify me. But they also did something else. They made me believe him. He finished his meal, left another $200, and walked out. This time, I didn't ask if he was okay. I already knew the answer. He came back the next night. And the night after that. And the night after that. Always the same booth. Always the same meal. Always between 2 and 3 a.m. when the diner was almost empty. We didn't talk much, but I started to notice things. The way he always sat facing the door. The way his eyes tracked every car that passed outside. The way he never fully relaxed. Not even for a second. On the 5th night, I brought him coffee without asking. He looked up at me. You remember how I take it, he said. Black. No sugar. You pay attention. It's my job. No, he said quietly. It's not. He was right. It wasn't my job to notice that he rubbed his left shoulder like it hurt. Or that he always checked his phone but never answered it. Or that sometimes, when he thought I wasn't looking, exhaustion would wash over his face like a wave. I noticed because I wanted to. And that scared me more than the gun ever did. On the 7th night, everything changed. He came in at 2:30 a.m. Same as always. But this time, he wasn't alone. 3 men followed him inside. Not with him. Following him. I saw it in their eyes. The way they moved. The way they spread out. Predators. The stranger saw them too. His whole body went still. Every muscle tense. One of the men smiled. Dominic. Been looking for you. So that was his name. Dominic. Get out, Dominic said quietly. His voice calm. Too calm. Can't do that, brother. You got something that belongs to the family. I don't have a family. That's where you're wrong. The man pulled out a gun. I froze. Dominic didn't. He stood slowly. Hands visible. Non-threatening. You really want to do this here? Dominic asked. In front of witnesses? The man glanced at me and smiled. What witness? My blood went cold. Dominic stepped between us. She's got nothing to do with this, he said. Neither did Marco. But you killed him anyway. Marco tried to kill me first. Because you betrayed the Castellano family. The air in the diner felt like it was shrinking. Getting heavier. Last chance, Dominic said. Walk away. Or what? Dominic moved so fast I almost didn't see it. 1 second he was standing still. The next, the first man was on the ground, gun skittering across the floor. The second man lunged. Dominic twisted, elbow to the throat, knee to the ribs. Down. The third man grabbed me. I screamed. Dominic's head snapped toward us. For the first time since I'd met him, I saw emotion crack through that icy mask. Rage. Let her go, he said. His voice was different now. Lethal. Drop your weapon or I drop her, the man said, pressing a knife to my throat. I felt the cold metal against my skin. Dominic's eyes met mine, and in that moment I understood. He was going to kill this man. Not because he had to. Because he wanted to. Please, I whispered. Not to the man holding me. To Dominic. Something shifted in his expression. He raised his hands. Slowly. Okay, he said. Okay. Let her go. I'll come with you. Dom, don't. I started. Trust me, he said quietly. Would you trust him? The man holding me hesitated. That was his mistake. Dominic moved. 3 seconds. That's all it took. The knife clattered to the floor. The man collapsed. Dominic caught me before I fell. His hands were steady. Warm. You okay? He asked. I nodded. Couldn't speak. He looked into my eyes. Really looked. I'm sorry, he said. For what? For this. He let me go. Walked to the door. Stopped. Don't come to work tomorrow night, he said without turning around. Why not? Because they'll come back. And next time, I won't be here to stop them. He walked out into the darkness. I stood there, shaking, surrounded by 3 unconscious men. Earl looked up from his newspaper. I warned you, he said. I didn't listen. I came back the next night. But Dominic didn't. Or the night after that. Or the night after that. 7 days passed. No Dominic. I told myself I was relieved. I told myself it was better this way. I told myself a lot of things. None of them were true. 2 weeks went by. The diner felt different now. Emptier. I kept making black coffee at 2 a.m., even though no one ordered it. I kept glancing at the booth in the corner, even though it stayed empty. I kept wondering if he was alive, or if whatever trouble he'd been running from had finally caught up. My manager, Rita, noticed. You've been distracted, she said one night. I'm fine. Uh-huh. This about that guy? The one who used to come in late? I didn't answer. Lily. Rita's voice softened. Whatever he was mixed up in, you don't want any part of it. Trust me. I know. Do you? I looked at her. He's gone, Rita. What does it matter? She studied my face. Just be careful, she said finally. Men like that, they don't just disappear. She was right. 3 days later, a black SUV pulled up outside the diner. 4 a.m. Dead quiet. 2 men in expensive suits walked in. Not the same men from before. These were different. Older. More dangerous. They sat down at Dominic's booth. My stomach dropped. I walked over slowly. What can I get you? I asked. The older one, salt and pepper hair, cold blue eyes, smiled. Information. I serve food. Not information. We're looking for someone. Tall. Dark hair. Came here regularly about 2 weeks ago. I kept my face blank. Lots of people come here. This one's different. This one left bodies behind. My pulse hammered. I don't know what you're talking about. No. He pulled out his phone. Showed me a picture. Dominic. But different. Younger. Standing next to an older man in front of a mansion. Recognize him? The man asked. No, I lied. You sure? Because security footage shows him coming here. Multiple times. Always sitting at this exact booth. Always served by you. I swallowed hard. If he was here, I don't remember him. The man leaned forward. Let me tell you who you don't remember. Dominic Castellano. Youngest underboss in the Castellano crime family. Brilliant. Ruthless. Disappeared 3 weeks ago after killing 6 of his own men. He paused. He's worth $5 million. Dead or alive. The words hit me like a punch. $5 million. 6 men. Underboss. If you see him, the man continued, you call this number. He slid a card across the table. There's money in it for you. And if I don't see him? His smile widened. Then you've got nothing to worry about. He stood. Both men left. I stood there, holding the card, my hands shaking. Dominic Castellano. Mafia. Underboss. Killer. I should have thrown the card away. Should have forgotten everything. But I didn't. I slipped it into my pocket. And I waited. For more days passed. Nothing. Then on the 5th night, at exactly 2:47 a.m., the bell chimed. I looked up. Dominic stood in the doorway. He looked different. Thinner. Harder. There were dark circles under his eyes and a fresh bruise along his jaw. But he was alive. Our eyes met. Neither of us moved. I told you not to come back, he said quietly. I don't follow orders well. Something almost like a smile touched his lips. He walked to the booth. Sat down. I grabbed the coffee pot. My hands were shaking as I poured. They came looking for you, I said quietly. I know. They said you killed 6 people. 7, actually. But who's counting? His voice was flat. Emotionless. I set the coffee pot down. Are you really? Mafia, he finished. Yeah, I am. Were you ever going to tell me? No. Why not? He looked at me. Because the less you know, the safer you are. I'm not safe now. They know I served you. They know you came here. His jaw tightened. I'll handle it. How? He didn't answer. Silence stretched between us. Why did you come back? I asked finally. He stared down at his coffee. I don't know, he said quietly. I told myself to stay away. Told myself you were better off if I just disappeared. He looked up. But I couldn't. Why? Because you're the only person in 10 years who's looked at me like I'm human. The honesty in his voice broke something inside me. I sat down across from him. What happened? I asked. Why did you leave? He was quiet for a long time. My family, the Castellanos, they run most of the East Coast. Drugs. Guns. Protection. I was being groomed to take over. He paused. But I found out they were moving into something new. Something I couldn't stomach. What? Kids. Trafficking. My blood went cold. I tried to stop it. Tried to convince my uncle, the boss, that it was too far. But he didn't listen. Dominic's voice hardened. So I burned their whole operation to the ground. Every warehouse. Every contact. Every shipment. He met my eyes. And I killed everyone who tried to stop me. Including your own family? They stopped being family the moment they sold their souls. I believed him. God help me, I believed every word. So now what? I asked. Now they hunt me until I'm dead. And you just what? Wait for them to find you. No, he said quietly. I disappear. For good this time. Something twisted in my chest. When? Tonight. The word hit me harder than it should have. Oh. He reached across the table, hesitated, then placed his hand over mine. His touch was warm, gentle, nothing like what I expected from a killer. I'm sorry, he said. For what? For putting you in danger. For coming here. He stopped. For making you care. Who says I care? I whispered. His thumb brushed across my knuckles. Don't you? I looked down at our hands. Yeah, I admitted. I do. Then forget me. Move on. Be safe. He stood up. Dominic. Thank you, Lily. For the food. For the kindness. For seeing me as more than what I am. He turned toward the door. Wait, I said. He stopped. What if I don't want to forget you? He looked back at me, pain in his eyes. Then you're making a mistake. He walked out. The bell chimed. And he was gone. Again. I sat in that empty diner until dawn, thinking about everything he'd said, everything he'd done, everything I felt. I should have let him go, should have moved on. But I couldn't shake one question. If he was so dangerous, so deadly, so cold, why did his hand shake when he touched mine? 6 months passed. Winter turned to spring. The diner stayed the same. Same coffee. Same customers. Same graveyard shifts. But I was different. I kept thinking about him. About the way he looked at me. About the warmth in his voice when he said my name. About the fact that a killer showed me more humanity than most good people ever had. I tried to move on. Went on a few dates. Smiled through conversations. Pretended to care. But every time, I found myself comparing them to him. To the man who sat in silence and made me feel seen. To the monster who protected me like I was something precious. Rita noticed. You're still thinking about him, she said one night. I didn't deny it. He's gone, Lily. Let him go. I know. But knowing and doing are two different things. Then on a Tuesday in March, my entire world shifted. I was walking home from my shift, 6 a.m., sun just starting to rise, when I heard footsteps behind me. Too close. Too fast. I turned. 2 men. Mid-30s. Hard eyes. Lily Chin, one of them asked. My heart stopped. Who's asking? Someone who wants to talk. I'm not interested. I turned to run. One of them grabbed my arm. Wasn't a request. A black car pulled up. Doors opened. They dragged me inside. I screamed. Fought. Kicked. It didn't matter. The door slammed shut. And we drove. They took me to a warehouse on the edge of the city. Empty. Concrete. Cold. They sat me in a metal chair in the center of the room. Then they left. I sat there shaking, trying to control my breathing. The door opened. A man walked in. Older. Maybe 60. Expensive suit. Cold eyes. I recognized him from the photo Dominic had shown me. His uncle. The boss. He pulled up a chair. Sat down across from me. Hello, Lily, he said pleasantly. My name is Vincent Castellano. I didn't respond. I apologize for the abrupt invitation. But we need to have a conversation. About what? About my nephew. My stomach dropped. I don't know where he is. I know. He smiled. But he knows where you are. What? Dominic is very good at hiding. Very good at staying off the grid. But he has one weakness. Vincent leaned forward. He cares about you. You're wrong. Am I? Then why has he been watching you for the last 6 months? My breath caught. He visits your street twice a week. Always at night. Always from a distance. Making sure you're safe. Vincent's smile widened. He thinks I don't know. But I know everything. Dominic had been watching me. For months. What do you want? I whispered. I want my nephew back. He's family. He made mistakes, but mistakes can be forgiven. You want to forgive him for burning down your operation? I want to forgive him for being young and stupid. For thinking morality matters in our world. Vincent's voice hardened. But he needs to come home. And you're going to help me. No. You don't have a choice. There's always a choice. He stood. Walked to the door. Opened it. 3 men walked in. Each one carrying a photo. Of my mother. My little brother. My best friend. Vincent set them on the table in front of me. Everyone you love, he said quietly. All safe. For now. Tears burned my eyes. You call Dominic. You tell him you need him. And when he comes, Vincent smiled. We'll be waiting. And if I don't, then everyone in these photos dies. Slowly. He walked toward the door. You have until midnight tomorrow. Make the call, Lily. Or make funeral arrangements. The door closed. I sat there, surrounded by photos of everyone I loved. And I understood. This was never about me. It was always about him. About using me to get to him. What would you do in her place? They gave me my phone. One call. That's all I needed. I stared at the screen for an hour. Thinking. Planning. Deciding. Finally I dialed. It rang 3 times. Then his voice. Lily? I closed my eyes. Dominic. I need you. Where are you? Dominic's voice was sharp. Alert. I glanced at Vincent, who nodded. I'm at the old Riverside warehouse. District 9. Are you hurt? No. Not yet. Silence. It's a trap, he said quietly. I know. Then why are you calling? I looked at the photos on the table. My mom. My brother. Sarah. Because they have pictures of everyone I love. And they said if you don't come, they'll kill them all. More silence. Lily, listen to me. Don't trust anything they say. Don't. Just come. Please. If I come, they'll kill me. I know. Then why? Because I'd rather die knowing I tried to warn you than live knowing I got everyone else killed. I could hear him breathing on the other end. You're not going to die, he said finally. I promise you that. Don't make promises you can't keep. I don't. The line went dead. Vincent smiled. Good girl. They moved me to a different part of the warehouse. 2nd floor. Office with windows overlooking the main floor. 20 men waited below. Armed. Positioned. A kill box. The moment Dominic walked through that door, he was dead. I sat in a chair by the window, hands zip-tied behind my back. Vincent stood beside me. You care about him, he said. It wasn't a question. I didn't answer. I can see why. Dominic has always had a certain magnetism. Even as a child. Vincent looked out at his men. But caring about him is a death sentence. Everyone who gets close to him ends up dead. You're his family. You got close. And look where we are. He gestured to the warehouse. Waiting to kill each other. This is your choice. Not his. No. This is his choice. He chose betrayal. He chose to burn bridges. He chose to put his morality above his blood. Vincent's voice hardened. And now he'll pay for it. By dying. By watching you die first. My blood went cold. You said. I said I'd let your family live if you made the call. And I will. But I never said anything about you. He walked toward the door. When Dominic arrives, we'll bring you down. Let him see you. Let him think he can save you. Vincent smiled. And then we'll kill you in front of him. Let him live with that guilt for the 30 seconds before we kill him too. The door closed. I sat there shaking. Not from fear. From rage. Because I'd been stupid. I'd trusted a monster. And now Dominic was walking into a trap because of me. I pulled against the zip ties. They didn't budge. An hour passed. Then I heard it. A car door. Footsteps. The main warehouse door opening. I pressed against the window. Down below, Dominic walked in. Alone. Hands visible. No weapon I could see. He stopped in the center of the room. Surrounded. Vincent's voice echoed through the warehouse. Hello, nephew. Dominic didn't flinch. Where is she? Safe. For now. Vincent walked down the stairs from a side office. Stopped 20 feet away. You came. You knew I would. Yes. Because despite everything, you're still predictable. Still weak. Let her go. Why would I do that? Because this is between us. She's got nothing to do with it. Vincent laughed. Oh, Dominic. She has everything to do with it. She's the reason you're here. The reason you're about to die. Dominic's jaw tightened. If you hurt her, you'll what? You're surrounded. Outnumbered. Outgunned. Vincent stepped closer. You lost, Dominic. Accept it. I lost the moment I was born into this family. Vincent's expression darkened. Bring her down, he ordered. 2 men entered the office. Grabbed me. Dragged me down the stairs. Dominic's eyes found mine. For the first time since I'd met him, I saw fear. Not for himself. For me. They threw me to the ground in front of him. He moved toward me. 10 guns cocked. He froze. One more step and they put 20 bullets in you, Vincent said calmly. Dominic looked at me. Really looked at me. I'm sorry, he whispered. For what? For not staying away. I'm not. His eyes widened slightly. Lily, I'd rather have known you than stayed safe. Something broke in his expression. Touching, Vincent interrupted. Now. On your knees, Dominic. Dominic didn't move. On. Your. Knees. No. Vincent pulled out a gun, pointed it at my head. Knees, or I blow her brains out right now. Dominic's hands clenched into fists. Slowly, he knelt. Vincent smiled. There. Now you look like what you've always been. Weak. Emotional. Human. He pressed the gun against my temple. Any last words? Dominic looked at me. Close your eyes, he said quietly. What? Trust me. Close your eyes. Is he protecting her, or controlling her? I closed my eyes. How sweet, Vincent sneered. You don't want her to see you die. No, Dominic said. I don't want her to see you die. My eyes snapped open. Dominic smiled. And the world exploded. The windows shattered. All of them. At once. Glass rained down as men in black tactical gear rappelled into the warehouse. Gunfire erupted. Dominic moved. 1 second he was kneeling. The next, he had Vincent's gun. Vincent stumbled back. Dominic fired. Once. Vincent fell. The warehouse descended into chaos. Dominic grabbed me, pulled me behind a concrete pillar. Stay down, he ordered. What's happening? Plan B. He pulled a knife from his boot. Cut through the zip ties. Run, he said. What? Back stairs. East exit. Black SUV. Get in and don't look back. What about you? He looked at me. Really looked at me. I'll find you. Dominic. He kissed me. Hard. Fast. Desperate. Then he pushed me toward the stairs. Go. Now. I ran. Behind me gunfire. Shouting. Chaos. I hit the stairs. Took them 2 at a time. Burst through the exit. A black SUV sat in the alley. Engine running. I threw open the door. A woman sat in the driver's seat. 40-something. Sharp eyes. Get in, she said. I got in. We drove. Behind us, the warehouse lit up like the 4th of July. Who are you? I asked. A friend. Of Dominic's? Of anyone who opposes the Castellanos. She drove in silence for 10 minutes. Then pulled over in front of a safe house. You'll wait here, she said. For how long? Until he comes for you. And if he doesn't? She looked at me. He will. She left. I walked inside. Small apartment. Clean. Anonymous. I sat on the couch. And I waited. 3 hours passed. Then the door opened. Dominic walked in. Blood on his shirt. Cut above his eye. But alive. I stood. We stared at each other. You came back, I whispered. I promised I would. You could have run. You could have. I don't run. Not anymore. He crossed the room. Stopped a foot away from me. Vincent? I asked. Dead. The others? Most of them. The ones who survived will spread the word. His eyes were cold. Hard. The Castellanos are finished. Because of you? Because of what they became. I reached up. Touched the cut above his eye. He flinched. Not from pain. From something else. You're not used to being touched, I said quietly. Not like this. Like what? Like I'm worth saving. My throat tightened. You are. He closed his eyes. You don't know what I've done, Lily. The things I know enough. You know nothing. Then tell me. He opened his eyes. Looked at me. I've killed 37 people. Some deserved it. Some didn't. I've built an empire on blood and fear. I've hurt people who trusted me. His voice broke. I've become the monster they always said I was. No, I said firmly. A monster wouldn't have protected me. Wouldn't have risked everything to save me. Wouldn't be standing here broken because he cares. Caring makes me weak. Caring makes you human. He stared at me. Why? He whispered. Why do you see something in me that isn't there? Because it is there. Under all the violence and ice and walls. I stepped closer. I see it every time you look at me. And what do you see? Someone who's tired of being alone. His breath hitched. I am, he admitted. God, I'm so tired. I took his hand. He looked down at our joined hands. I'm dangerous, Lily. Everything I touch turns to ash. Then let me burn. He pulled me close. Not rough. Not desperate. Gentle. Like I was something breakable. His forehead rested against mine. I don't deserve you, he whispered. Good thing I'm not asking what you deserve. What are you asking? For you to stay. Silence. Then quietly. Okay. We stayed in the safe house for 2 weeks. Healing. Hiding. Learning each other. Dominic was different now. Quieter. Softer. But still haunted. I'd catch him staring out windows. Checking locks. Sleeping with a gun under his pillow. How long until you feel safe? I asked one night. I don't know if I ever will. Because of the Castellanos? Because of me. I sat down next to him on the couch. You're not your past, I said. Yes, I am. The past is all I have. That's not true. He looked at me. Then what do I have? This. Right now. Me. His hand found mine. For how long? As long as you want. And if I want forever? My breath caught. Then I guess you're stuck with me. Something like hope flickered in his eyes. Lily. Yeah. I don't know how to do this. The normal thing. The relationship thing. Neither do I. So what do we do? Figure it out together. He pulled me closer. I'm going to disappoint you, he warned. Probably. I'm going to hurt you. Maybe. I'm going to. Dominic. I cupped his face. I'm not afraid of you. You should be. I'm not afraid of you, I repeated. I'm afraid of losing you. He kissed me. Slow. Deep. Like he was memorizing me. When he pulled back, his eyes were wet. I love you, he whispered. 3 words. Simple. Devastating. I love you too, I whispered back. He held me until we both fell asleep. But peace doesn't last in our world. 3 days later, Dominic got a phone call. I watched his expression change. From calm to cold in seconds. When? He asked. Pause. How many? Pause. I'm coming. He hung up. What happened? I asked. The Castellanos aren't finished. Vincent's brother, Marcus, just took control. My stomach dropped. What does that mean? It means war. Dominic, you don't have to. Yes, I do. He looked at me. Marcus won't stop. Not until I'm dead. And he'll use you to get to me. So what do we do? We end this. Tonight. How? He smiled. It wasn't a happy smile. I'm going to take everything from him. His empire. His power. His life. You're going to kill him? I'm going to destroy him. Dominic spent the next 6 hours making calls. Building alliances. Calling in favors. When he was done, he looked at me. I need you to stay here. No. Lily. I'm not letting you walk into a war alone. You'll be safer here. I don't care about safe. I care about you. He stared at me. If you come, I can't protect you. I'll be too focused on keeping you alive to do what needs to be done. Then teach me to protect myself. His eyes widened. What? You have 6 hours before whatever you're planning. Teach me. How to shoot. How to fight. How to survive. Lily, this isn't. I'm not asking permission. He studied my face for a long moment. Then he nodded. Okay. He taught me. How to hold a gun. How to aim. How to breathe through fear. How to use someone's weight against them. How to break a hold. How to run. By the time night fell, I wasn't an expert. But I wasn't helpless either. Remember, Dominic said as we prepared to leave. If something goes wrong, if I tell you to run, you run. No arguments. No looking back. Understood? Understood. Promise me. I looked into his eyes. I promise. He didn't believe me. He was right not to. We drove to the Castellano estate. Massive. Guarded. Fortified. But Dominic knew every entrance. Every weakness. Because he'd helped build it. This is insane, I whispered as we approached. Yeah, he agreed. But it's the only move we have. We parked a mile away. Went the rest on foot. At the east wall, 3 men waited. I recognized one of them from the warehouse. Dominic, the man said. Everything's in place. Good. When I give the signal, you know what to do. The man nodded. Dominic looked at me. Last chance to stay behind. Not a chance. He smiled. Stubborn. You love it. Yeah, I do. We climbed the wall. Inside the estate, chaos waited. Dominic's allies had already infiltrated. Guards loyal to him. Men tired of Marcus's cruelty. We moved through shadows. Silent. Fast. Until we reached the main house. Marcus stood in the center of the room. Surrounded by armed men. But not enough. Dominic stepped into the light. Hello, uncle. Marcus turned. Surprise flickered across his face. Then rage. You dare. I dare everything. That's always been my problem. You're a dead man, Dominic. Not tonight. Dominic raised his hand. The signal. Every light in the estate went dark. Gunfire erupted. Dominic grabbed my hand. Pulled me behind cover. Stay down, he shouted over the noise. I stayed down. But I kept my gun ready. The fight lasted 3 minutes. Felt like hours. When the lights came back on, Marcus was on his knees. Surrounded. Dominic walked toward him. It's over, Dominic said. Nothing's over. kill me, and someone else takes my place. No, because I'm taking your place. Marcus laughed. You walked away. You can't just. Watch me. Dominic turned to the men in the room. The Castellano family is mine now. Anyone who has a problem with that can leave. Or die. Your choice. Silence. Then, one by one, the men knelt. Accepting him. Following him. Marcus stared in disbelief. You can't do this. You're not. I'm exactly what this family needs. Someone willing to burn it all down and rebuild it right. You're weak. You care about people. About her. Marcus gestured to me. That'll get you killed. Dominic smiled. No. That'll keep me human. He looked at his men. Take him away. He's done. They dragged Marcus out, screaming threats. Dominic turned to me. You okay? Yeah. You. I will be. He pulled me close. What happens now? I asked. Now we rebuild. Make this family something different. Something better. Can you do that? With you? Yeah. I think I can. The diner still stands. I don't work there anymore. But I visit. Rita still makes the best coffee on the East Coast. Dominic came with me tonight. We sat in his old booth. Same spot. Same view. Different lives. You miss it? I asked. The diner? The simplicity. When you were just a stranger and I was just a waitress. He thought about it. Sometimes. But I wouldn't trade what we have now. Even with everything that comes with it? Especially because of everything that comes with it. He took my hand. I never thought I'd have this. A life. A future. Someone who sees past the monster. You were never a monster. I was. But you helped me become something else. What's that? Human. I leaned against his shoulder. So what's next, King Castellano? He smiled at the nickname. Whatever we want. That's the beauty of running things. We make the rules now. No more bloodshed? Less. I can't promise none. This world doesn't work that way. But we're changing it. Slowly. Rita brought us coffee. She set it down. Looked at Dominic. You take care of her, she said. Every day. Good. She walked away. Dominic looked at me. Do you regret it? Choosing this life. I thought about the question. About everything we'd been through. The fear. The violence. The uncertainty. But also the love. The trust. The healing. No, I said finally. I don't regret any of it. Even when it gets hard. Especially when it gets hard. That's when I know it's real. He kissed my forehead. I love you, Lilychin. I love you too, Dominic Castellano. We sat in that booth until dawn. Two broken people who found each other in the darkness. And built something beautiful from the ashes. The end.